If you're anything like me, I imagine you've also been glued to Foundation since the very beginning, and Season 3 left you with one heck of a cliffhanger. Don't worry though, Season 4 is officially on its way, and we have a lot to talk about it. In fact, the news for the confirmation of the new season came just hours before the finale aired. I mean, talk about cutting it close. This last-minute announcement wasn't just for show though, because we all know that Foundation is one of Apple TV Plus's most expensive series, with massive sets, groundbreaking visual effects, and a sprawling cast. It's right up there with Sea and Invasion in terms of budget, so every new season isn't just a creative call. Instead, it's a huge financial gamble. Add to that the rocky production of Season 3, where co-developer and showrunner David S. Goyer exited amid budget issues and restarts, and it suddenly makes sense why Apple hesitated. But the good news is that they've brought in Ian Goldberg, who is known for Fear the Walking Dead, as the new co-showrunner and executive producer alongside David Cobb. So we can still be hopeful for Season 4. Plus, Goldberg and Cobb seem confident about steering this ship into its next chapter. In their own words, "There is no series quite like Foundation, and we feel lucky and honored to be carrying the torch forward as co-showrunners into Season 4. We look forward to continuing the epic, emotional storytelling that defined the first 3 seasons of the show, and to be working alongside some of the most talented, passionate creative partners in the business. Apple is equally hyped about the renewal." Matt Chernis, head of programming at Apple TV Plus, said, "It's been fantastic to watch Foundation become such a global phenomenon, with fans tuning in from every corner of the world. With each new season, the excitement around this trailblazing sci-fi epic just keeps building due to the bold storytelling and collective artistry of this extraordinarily talented cast and creative team. We're excited to keep exploring this universe together in Season 4 based on Apple's track record. We know that we're looking at a release window of early to mid-2027. There's usually about a 2-year gap between seasons, and since Apple has already set up a writer's room, the turnaround should be quicker this time compared to the messy Season 3 process. So yeah, we've got a wait ahead of us, but at least the wheels are already turning. By the way, confirmed names returning for Season 4 include Jared Harris as Harry Seldon, Lou Lobel as Gul Dornick, Lee Pace as Brother Day, Terrence Mann as Brother Dusk, Laura Byrne as Demerzel, and Cassian Bilton as Brother Dawn. Given how Season 3 played out, we can expect other familiar faces to show up as well, but these are the big players officially locked in. Now, as many of you would agree, Season 3 was extremely ambitious. Maybe too ambitious at times. It tried juggling the Foundation, the Second Foundation, and the crumbling Empire, all while introducing the Mule as the new big threat. Pilou Asbæk had a blast playing him, and honestly, it showed. His mule was menacing, unpredictable, and always seemed a step ahead of everyone else. But at the same time, some critics felt his character wasn't given enough depth. He was terrifying, sure, but mostly served as a looming threat rather than a fully fleshed-out antagonist. The mule's rise forced strange alliances and brutal betrayals across the galaxy. Harry, Gul, the Cleons, and even Demerzel were locked in what felt like a giant game of intergalactic chess. The kicker was that, for the first time, Hari and company couldn't just lean on the Prime Radiant for answers. They had to improvise, and it got messy. The stakes were higher than ever. Choices came back to haunt people, and not everyone made it out alive. In my opinion, the second half of the season was the part that definitely delivered. Characters who had been sidelined earlier got their moments, and the finale tied together threads that had been building all season. So, what does all this mean for Season 4? Well, with the Mule still looming, that's for sure, and things are going to look very different than anything we've seen before. The uneasy alliance between the Empire and the Foundation can only last so long, especially as both sides know betrayal is just around the corner. Demerzel's quiet but devastating journey in Season 3, realizing the weight of everything she's done for the Empire, is also bound to explode in new ways. The Mule's use of military force and mind control has already changed the rules of the game. Will he actually succeed in reshaping the galaxy under his iron fist, or will Hari and Gul finally find a way to stop him? Considering how Season 3 ended on such a powerful cliffhanger, Season 4 will almost certainly throw us straight into that conflict. And if you've read Asimov's work, you know the Mule storyline is one of the most unforgettable arcs in the series. There's also the question of scale. Season 3 already had too many characters and plot lines running at once, leaving some underdeveloped. Will Season 4 narrow its focus, or double down on the sprawling narrative. Personally, I'm hoping for more breathing room, fewer rushed vignettes, more time to sit with characters like Gale, Demerzel, and even the mule himself. Another thing that the rumors are talking about is Gale's narration. In Season 3, many felt the voiceovers spelled out too much, instead of letting the visuals speak for themselves. One critic even said, "Television is visual. Show us stuff. Don't rely on voiceover to make it obvious." If Season 4 trims that back, it could elevate the storytelling massively. It's worth remembering that when David S. Goyer first pitched this adaptation back in 2021, he had an 8-season plan, and I can confidently say that Season 4 keeps that vision alive, at least for now. But with Apple being so secretive and the streaming world shifting toward profitability over prestige, there's no guarantee we'll get all 8 seasons. Dropping Foundation early would raise questions about Apple's willingness to stick with ambitious cerebral sci-fi. So let's hope they see this through. At the end of the day, Foundation Season 4 has the chance to be the most exciting season yet. And personally, that's what I all care about. For more weekly updates, discussions, and analysis on Foundation Season 4, make sure to like and follow. Meanwhile, the video on the screen might also interest you.